And I saw you just share the live. Would you care to take a box? Or would you rather support somebody that's scamming and frauding the government? And yeah, not easily broke is too scared to get up into a box. And that's fine. That's fine. Because what she's got this for show and tell. Because that just shows how scared she is to get into a box. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, Lucius, or whatever your name may be, I don't know if she does or not. That's not for me to sit there and turn around and choose that decision or look into that. Oh, yeah. And, that's the other thing, too. You have an awful interest in body shaming people. Oh, yeah, she mutes everyone because she can't block anyone because Maggie's got too many people blocked in that page. Yeah, she is crying because she didn't want to turn around and come over and grab a box. She was scared. And, here's the other thing. Anybody that doesn't get up into a box has something to hide themselves, which I can almost guarantee you do. Exactly, Tooth. Well, a lot of people, whether it's normal or not, they still get dropped a beggar or a scammer every so often. And that's the other thing, too. And I saw the increase of the amount of beggars and scammers that are wanting hotel rooms. So you want other people to pay for a hotel room and you don't have to pay for it. Make sense to me. I don't understand the algorithm on that one. I don't understand the algorithm how the Mag family keeps coughing up $1 here, $2 there. One person gave $100, and yet Maggie still gets $900 come the 28th. How does that make sense? And then, the best thing is she goes on these trips and none of you go on them. Nobody goes on them from the Mag family. Why? You deserve to go on trips. You deserve to take that. And I don't care if it's $5, $10, $100, whatever. You yourselves deserve to take a rest and relax and go on vacations. Go on trips. Do stuff for your family, not for Maggie. She don't care. Who's the same person? The same thing? Who refuses to work? This guy right here. And yes, he does commit reverse psychology, which is exactly what he does. Sorry if it runs in and bleeds into the chat. We'll get back to Maggie in a second. But he does the same thing. Literally vehemently denies that he's staying with a sister that supposedly she's in college. No, she's not. She's living in Section 8. Who do you think you're staying with, boo, when you're in Section 8 in that so-called Airbnb, Detroit? And, the other thing that I've taken notice, too, a lot of them are coming live later and later at night. They don't want to go live during the day. They don't want to get caught. I mean, look at Maggie the other night, 1:45 in the morning, 76 people in her live. Yes, I did see it. I watched it. Yeah, I know he was. But, that's the sad thing about it. And the other sad thing is to the fact that you can't hold anybody else equal. And this is to Cynthia Robinson, just to let you know. Oh, and that's the other thing, too, I want to make mention. Longest suggestion would be to keep Mama Funk's name out of your mouth. Because I can tell you this right now. She is one that I would not F with. Look, I'm going to be straight up honest with my chat. Just hearing the anger in her voice scares the living shit out of me. I'm just putting it out there. I would rather have Mama Funk as my friend before I have her as an enemy. And that's truth. So you can clock that T. Sorry. So yeah, you can clock that T all you want. Maggie was in the hospital because her kidneys were not cooperating with her. So they were forcing water down her and fluids down her. And she utilized that moment to take advantage of her Mag family to dish out and sold out $300. And that's $300, ladies and gentlemen, that she will not pay taxes on. But don't worry. Hey, Maggie's calculator, don't worry. You already paid the taxes. Hi, Kelly, how you doing? You already paid the taxes. You already worked hard for that own money and paid those taxes. But yet Maggie won't pay those taxes either. She just got free money. Free money off of you. That's like a vampire draining you. And why has it got to be all the time? Why can't she do it on her own? I mean, after all, she makes over $900 in SSI money. She can turn around and get a part-time job. Oh, wait a minute. She doesn't want one. Because she looks and considers a Mag family as her part-time earnings. Prove me wrong. Each and every time you spend $1 and give it to her, that's her relying on you. Yeah. Yeah, begging for money from a hospital room. And in some cases in hospitals, you're not allowed to live stream, but I guess in this particular hospital, she's allowed to. But hey, her choice, her decisions. You live with what you got. Because obviously, you're living beyond your means. You're living that lavish lifestyle courtesy of other people. But it's awfully interesting how coy and respectful that we are when it comes to people and awareness. And then yet you sit there and say that we're bullying and harassing you. Well, there's a far stretch beyond that. And if you show receipts of what bullying and harassing is, then maybe you would catch on to what it really is. But when somebody brings awareness to you and about you, that is not considered harassing and bullying. That is considered awareness. Look up the term what awareness is. The word itself was actually utilized for the first time in 1839. Pretty interesting, huh? Not that you guys probably all care, but that was the first time that word was coined, back in 1839. But, you know, well, yeah, and that's the thing, is that there's a difference between calling out the truth and literally bullying. You got to split that sentence in half. How you doing, Morgan? Because that sentence in itself is separated in a sense. Well, she thinks she is because she's getting that fed by her mods, that she's untouchable. But the problem is that when the ball starts rolling and gaining more traction, more attention, because each and every time, yes, she is. Each and every single time you go live, you don't seem to realize that people are getting receipts and they're getting recordings. They're getting the information to submit it. So keep going live. Look, I mean, but the simple fact is that you don't do any content. Now, my content, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, yes, as an awareness individual, my content is putting out awareness about you and what you're doing and what you have been doing. over the past multiple years that you've been on this app. Don't forget, as a community and awareness, we all got Austin Tamargo off this app. And as community of awareness, we certainly stopped Chef Carl's money train. His choo-choo train has come to the station and stopped. And I consider that, as us, as a community, to the fact of what we do is correct. Yeah, and yes, Kim, thank you, Gypsy Girl. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Kim, so if you think that you're not touchable, think again. You are. Just saying. I'm sorry she did that, Valerie. But, if you're going to hold alive, you don't see anybody getting blocked or muted unless individuals with less than 20 followers. I never said that I don't